transit workers were laid off, moving toward 2000. New York, moving toward 2000. Cleveland, buses and mothballs. Atlanta, 1/3 of the public transportation system about to go down. We're organizing with the help of the TWU, the American Transit UTU, a massive body of actions in cities around the nation. Mass transit is the key to job recovery. In crisis in every city is mass transit, the heart of the green jobs revolution. More movement, less carbon footprints. We're laying off workers, green job workers, cutting services, raising fares, losing jobs, less access to health care, the hospitals, and the schools. 60 on a bus rather than 60 cars is green jobs, revolution. 200 on the train rather than 200 cars is green job revolution. Access to school. In New York City, 600,000 children ride to school on mass transit every day. And so in these cities, we're cutting, denying access to schools and hospitals and jobs and houses. Sinking city budgets. The city's suburban transportation system must be the priority. Now there's a law that has come in that's not very well known by the media or even by many congressional leaders. We call it the 200,000+1 bill, passed in 1994. All cities 200,000 and above get zero federal urban transit money. Cities beneath that get urban transit with flexibility. Beneath that, they can get urban transit money for capital and for operations. So whether you're in New York or San Francisco, or Chicago or Denver, all cities 200,000 above get zero urban transit money. Chicago, that means is we were getting $250 million in 1994. Today we get zero. And so in these cities you can get 10% cap for trains and buses with zero for operations. So in some places you have new trains and new buses and no one to drive them. The 200,000 rule is an arbitrary rule. Secretary LaHood is against that rule. Now President Obama came out last week, White House is now pushing for a change. We need to remove the 200,000 cap, number one, and have more flexibility in the use of those resources. We need new rail. That steel can be made in Birmingham, in Pittsburgh and Gary. Make that steel in America. We need more trains and buses. Just as Detroit made an adjustment from making cars to making tanks, Detroit can make buses. Detroit can make trains. Inherent in this is access to an industrial revolution, on a cleaner, safer environment, and putting people back to work. We cannot on the one hand be looking for jobs, laying off transit workers, transit workers, transit workers. So how did the urban crisis, lastly? We're closing schools, reducing 4-day-a-week schools, laying off teachers, losing manufacturing jobs, dash trade policy, losing tax base, cannot fund our schools, our libraries, foreclosed housing and churches, student loan default. Therefore we need really a mass commitment to address the issue of an industrial change. The reconstruction bottom up. We bailed out Wall Street. We bailed out top down. We must now bail out bottom up. The heart of the bailout is bailing out mass transportation. No kid in this city, 600,000 in yesterday's editorial, stand the risk of losing access to school in New York City. You can't complain about school dropouts and school lack of development, denying access to schools. And so today, we're organizing around our nation mass actions in every city, demanding that they remove the cap on the 200,000+ rule, let access to capital flow to our cities, to urban workers, to transit workers, the bus drivers and train operators. Thank you very much.
Wow.